Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to this two parts tutorial. In the first part we're going to create a poster slash t-shirt design in Illustrator, and then we'll take it to Photoshop in the second part to add some colors and some neat effects. So without further ado, let's jump into the tutorial. So I'm in Illustrator right now and I have a grid already set up. If you want to learn how to make one, make sure to check out my previous videos where I teach you how to do it. So first thing I'm going to do is to pick the text tool. Then I'm gonna start typing my text. Then I want to do a trick with the rest of my text, which is I want my text to go this way, and then when it reaches this side I want it to curve and go down. So in order to achieve that, all I have to do is to pick the pen tool and then draw a path like this. And after doing that, I'm going to pick the direct selection tool. Then I'm going to select this anchor point and then round it, something like this. So now we've just set up the path in which our text will go on. So let me pick my text tool, and specifically I'm gonna pick the type on a path tool, which allows us to type on custom paths. So I'm gonna write the rest of my text. I think this looks good. We see we can always get back and adjust it later. So I'm gonna select these two text boxes and then I'm gonna hit Ctrl 2 to lock them in place. So now I'm thinking of adding some more visual elements to support the design. So I'm gonna add a little bit of small text right here, something like this. So as you can see, I'm gonna pick the text tool, I'm gonna set the point size to about maybe 10 points, and I'm gonna write something. Is this for real? I think I'm gonna increase the point size to about 12 or 16 maybe. Let's keep it around 14. So I'm gonna pick the rectangle and I'm gonna draw a box right on top of this text, and then I'm gonna align it like this, and then give this rectangle rounded corners, so something like this. Then I'm gonna duplicate it diagonally like this, and then I'm gonna press Ctrl D to repeat the same action. So in order to achieve the look that I'm thinking of, I'm going to select all of these rectangles. Then I'm gonna press Shift M on my keyboard. After that I'm going to hold Alt and then start clicking on the parts I want to get rid of, just like this. So I'm gonna pick the text tool another time, and I'm gonna pick the eyedropper tool to sample the size of this text. Then I'm gonna lock it again. So I think I'm gonna put it right here. Decrease the size a little bit to fit this column. I'm gonna duplicate it 2 times, then change to 6 6 and then 3 3. I think I'm gonna put it right here. The reason I like to add numbers to my design is simple. It is because they look so cool, plus they add much more visual interest to your design. You just have to find the balance and not to overdo it. I'm going to pick the text tool again, and I'm gonna draw a text box right around here. I'm gonna set the text size to about 8 points. Then I'm gonna go to the text box, right click, and then fill with placeholder text. So as you can see, this gave us a little bit of faux text, as they call it. So I think I'm gonna remove caps. So not caps. I think I'm gonna set it like this. So this looks good. Now I'm thinking of adding some vector elements to support this poster. So I'm gonna be using my Astro Fruits vector pack for this, and my wireframe figures vector pack. So first I'm thinking of adding this vector right here, just to remove this gap and to create balance and support for these 2 elements, just to tie them up together basically. So I'm gonna pass it here, then I'm gonna bring it to this area, then I'm gonna scale it up a little bit like so, then I'm gonna leave it here. So I'm gonna go again to the Astro Fruits vector pack and pick something from this 4 mandalas. I'm gonna pick this one. Gonna pass it right here. Maybe scale it down, scale it up a little bit, like so. I think I like the look of it, so I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's bring some other elements. Let me see. Let's pick this one. I like this one. I like it a lot, so I think I use it in all my posters. So I'm gonna use it in this one also. So I'm gonna bring it, and then I will try to align it to this text right here. So I'm gonna pick a place for it, and I think this one looks awesome. So let me see, let's zoom out. Great, so I think I like it. So I'm going to bring some other elements. I'm gonna pick this one, and I'm gonna put it right here. So as you can see, these vectors are really helping us create some variety and contrast within the design, and breaking that boring look of type. So it's a good idea to add some vectors from time to time to try and add more visual interest to your design. So I think I'm gonna create a kind of a logo. Scale it up more something like this. Let's align them to center, and this is cool. So I'm gonna bring in some other illustrative elements from my wire figures vector pack. I think I'm gonna pick this two elements. Scale it down a little bit, like this. My Illustrator is struggling right now because the vectors are really high quality, so I think I'm gonna duplicate it 2 times. Like this, and I'm gonna bring it down. I think I'm gonna bring in some stars just to support this illustration. So I'm gonna pick this 3 stars. Then I'm gonna go right here past. Then I'll try to align them to the head, this one, like this. Good. So this is looking good, I think, at least for me. So I'm gonna leave it right there. And I think I want to add a little bit of text right here, but I wanted to have some effects, something like warp or flag. So I'm gonna pick the text tool, I'm gonna increase the size and write something like I'm out. And then I'm gonna go to warp and make with flag. So something like this. You can increase or decrease and tweak it to however you like. So I'm gonna go with something like 60%, or let me leave it here. So I think I'm gonna stretch it and duplicate it 1 time. So right now I'm trying to adjust these elements together so that they look more harmonious with each other. I think we're looking good, so I'm gonna move on to another part, which is adding some more illustrative elements to our design. So for that I'm going to go to the wire figures vector pack, and I'm gonna pick, I think I'm gonna pick this grid plane. I'm gonna place it in the center, like so. Probably increase the size a little bit and start to bring some more elements. So I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna hit Ctrl V to pass it. Duplicate it one time and then right click, transform and reflect. Something like this. I think this looks good. So I'm gonna bring it a little up like this. Maybe closer to this top text, because I want to add some more elements right here. So I'm gonna go and pick maybe this one. Then I'll try to adjust it to fit our design. So something like this will do. I think I'm gonna decrease the size of this text box. And decrease the size of these numbers right here. So I'm going to create some more design elements, and while I'm doing it, I'm going to speed up the video. So at this point, you can go and play and have as much fun as you want with the design. You can change the composition, you can bring in more vectors, you can tweak the various elements that we have set. So go and experiment and have some fun. So that's it guys for this part. I think I'm gonna end it here. In the next one we're going to take this design from Illustrator to Photoshop, and then we're gonna add some colors and some nice effects. So stay tuned for the next part.